Alright, you guys, it's a beautiful day out, but I'm headed to the post office and one of my neighbors moved out, so I want to go see his apartment. I have a studio, he had a one bedroom. It is a rent increase, but I want to see if it's negotiable because during these times, they probably want a trusted tenant versus someone just coming in. I don't know, we'll see. But I'll try to take a little video and show you what could maybe be my future apartment. You guys, this is bigger than my entire apartment. Little kitchen area, dining area. They're putting in all new appliances. Look at this. It's like a butler's pantry. Nice bathroom. TP, snag it. With a bedroom. I, as an adult, have never had my own bedroom. It's always been a studio. Who knows? Who knows? It's hot today here in LA. It's approaching 90. Not to make anyone jealous, and I don't say that to brag, because where I am from in upstate New York, it apparently snowed this morning, so sorry. But it's hot. It's toasty. I woke up this morning. Do you ever wake up and you're like, oh my God, it's hot? And then you realize, oh, it's because you got sunburn or something. Okay, well, I didn't, and I woke up and I was like, wait, it was like kind of cool last night, and now it's legit toasty roasty. So I am currently sitting by my fan, which you might have recognized from my Instagram live dance party, which was a success. I am also drinking a cold brew from a local business that I supported called Black Canvas Coffee on Highland, near the Chick-fil-A on Sunset and Highland area. This one's on DeLong Prairie, but same thing. It's so good. This is actually black cherry cold brew. Oh my God, it's so good. With a little bit of oat milk. I love oat milk. I think I've talked about cold brew before, but like I love cold brew. There's less acidity. It doesn't upset my stomach. Fun fact, like hot coffee has a lot of acidity. Something happens with the hot water, the way it's brewed and stuff. So when it's brewed cold, it's easier on my stomach and I don't have to use the restroom. And if you want to get like a little TMI, for those regular coffee drinkers, a lot of times there's like a schedule of your movements, we'll call it. And especially if you're having like a large cup of coffee or maybe two in the morning, you can kind of like clockwork count when you know you're gonna like need to use the restroom. But cold brew does not affect that situation. So it makes your day a little bit more easier not to have to structure a little bathroom break, an extra bathroom break, if you will. And I'm just keeping that real with you because that's also why I switched. Like, I have really bad heartburn too. I mean, coffee is an acidic thing, but this doesn't upset my stomach or anything, so that is great. Why am I talking about this so much? What was I gonna tell you? Oh, okay, so I heard back from the property manager about the apartment, and I'm not gonna say the cost, but it was $600 more than what I'm currently paying, and that's a lot. So I wanted to see like, hi, can you come down? Like I said in the previous clip, like, can you come down a little bit? So my property manager talked to his boss, the owner of the property company, or the management company. No. Yeah, the people that own the building, yeah. And they said that they want to try out putting it on the market at the price. And if they don't get traction or, you know, it sits, then we can revisit. But I was like, you know what, that's fair. That's fair. The only reason I know about it is because I saw the guy moving out and could see and hear the construction when they were bringing in the fridge and stuff. So, you know, that's okay. Paying $600 more right now a month in rent, not necessarily the most ideal, but because of my lack of space, the longer this goes on, I'm really starting to feel confined. And although I can go out and about and do stuff, it's hot. And for those, okay, there's just like a whole thing. I have my mask, right? But my mask is hot. I have my glasses and I'm a hot breather. I'm a dragon breather. So there's like a lot of heat going on. And with the sun, even with the hat protecting myself, it gets so hot. And I'm like, it like increases that feeling of like claustrophobia and not being able to breathe properly. So I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to like be outside forever to be active. So I'm, oh wait, what just happened? Oh, something started tracking. Yay. Oh wait, I shipped that out yesterday. Okay, anyway, the tracking. USPS, it's taking forever these days to track, but you know what? Blessed that they are still shipping. Blessed that they're still in business, and as long as it gets to the customer within a reasonable time, great. Speaking of reasonable, you guys. Okay, so I'm gonna set you down. Also, no fancy, I realized for the vlogs, I'm not doing fancy light setups because this is a day in my life. I don't have this setup. I'm trying to be more strategic with my videos so I don't have to have the light set up 24/7 and taking up more space in my apartment. Anyway, so something that happened was I shipped something on eBay, a pair of Miu Miu, I might have talked about this, I don't think so. A pair of Miu Miu heels that were patent leather, gorgeous, basically brand new. They sold on eBay for a good price and they had 2 or 3 day shipping. Well, I checked the tracking and it had been like 10 days and I didn't get any feedback, which is kind of normal. People don't leave feedback on eBay. And I was like, okay, that's interesting. So I typed in the tracking to the USPS website because sometimes, it doesn't coincide. Just like Poshmark, sometimes they don't match up. Often they do, but just in case. So I looked at oh my God, I'm filming. Are you garbage? Oh, it's right here too. Do you want to see it? He's right here. So aggressive. My gosh. Thank you, garbage people, for doing that. You know what? It's so loud. Again, not shutting my door or my window. Not shutting my window because it's 90 degrees. It's so hot. I don't have central air either. I have an air conditioner, but it's old and they won't replace it. Anyway, so I checked the tracking. Sorry for that interruption. I checked the tracking and I see that it has been stuck. It just says in transit since like March 25th. Oh, okay, I remember the dates. I shipped it on March 21st. Okay, so maybe not 10 days. But the last time I checked it was the 25th. And it was in transit. And I was like, okay, like things were starting to really like be affected. USPS was starting to put out statements like expect, a day or two delay. So I was like, okay, fine. And then it never updated, ever. And so I reached out to a friend, Hugo, Sell Quick, Ship Quick. And I was like, you're an eBay person. Does this happen? Like, should I bring this up to the buyer? And I don't know. Like, eBay is such an interesting platform in this regard. And, maybe you'll agree or not. But, I mean, sometimes USPS doesn't fully update. So sometimes it's rare. Ultimately, it generally updates. But on the rare occasion, sometimes it won't say delivered, but it will have been delivered, right? And this was being delivered to the middle of nowhere. I Google mapped the address, and it is in a place where it's like a farm town in a farm town. So like there is no, like going to the grocery store is like probably an hour away, situation. So it's like, okay, that's probably why it's got to go certain zones, and then it's got to go certain places.
All kinds of devices like phones and Google Home. Pretty sweet digs if you ask me.
Why are you talking to me, Google? Did you guys hear that? I didn't say that. Oh, I did. I did say Google Maps. I did. You're right. Sorry. I'm talking. So it's in the middle of nowhere, very remote. I was like, okay, that's going to require some additional delivery time. Well, a month goes by. Pretty much a month goes by. And there's an update. Oh, it's been delivered. A full month later. 1 month. It never got lost. It went from scanned in, picked up, picked up, like, to move on to the next place. In transit, March 25th. The next time it updated was the 18th. Can you believe? A month. And I had contemplated reaching out to the buyer to be like, hi, have you received this? But they didn't reach out. And if I lived in a very remote location, like I'm talking like it was remote. You know when you're flying, TBT to traveling, you know when you're flying and you are over like a random state that has a lot of land and you see, you know, the squares of green and, you know, everything. It was like one little dot in that this was going to. So it was like, okay, perhaps things didn't get scanned. Perhaps they have to go to a post office to pick this up, even though they gave me their address. I don't know. Needless to say, it got to them. And everything seems to be fine. So, sorry that this was kind of rambly, but it was such a unique situation. I feel like there's always something. There's always something to learn in these situations. And if the buyer would have reached out to been like, where's my item? I don't know what I would have done, because I would have just said, you know, let's follow the tracking. I probably would have used, you know, let's follow the tracking. I apologize, like obviously apologize for the inconvenience, right? Apologize for the inconvenience. Tell them, you know, USPS is like heavily delayed because, you know, the US is really relying on them more than ever. And so are other delivery, more people are delivering through USPS and they're trying to get more business to deliver packages. So like allow some time. That's what I probably would have said. But a full month, that's like a long time. And it never got lost. To like, there, you know how sometimes it can get scanned and say like, oh, en route to somewhere, or like my item that should have gone down the street but went to New York first and then got delivered 10 days later. A month? Like that's a long time. So I don't know. It was also a flat rate. It should have been 2-day shipping, but you know, ultimately the person got them, and that's all we can go with. What would you have done? A sticky situation. Because also eBay, should I have had to call them? I feel like they would have just been like, well, the tracking just says it's in transit. So maybe they would have just said wait, which is annoying. But luckily no refunds, you know, everything got there. So it just took longer than normal. But I think people are a lot more understanding. I think I might have mentioned that recently too. Like people are a lot more understanding of delays. Like I get it. We all want our stuff, but you can only do so much, you know, especially if you're ordering from like a big company. They probably have a little bit less staff, so they can't pump out as many orders. And, you know, people are okay with that. I'm okay with that. Like, take all the time you need. I mean, within reason. Be safe, first and foremost. If it takes a month, fine. But I mean, as long as people are social distancing. Anyway, this has become real rambly, but just wanted to give you those updates and tell you about the apartment, tell you about these Miu Miu pumps. Bump it up. Also, when I wear a hat, I have to commit. I used to say that because of my hair, but now that I just buzz it, it's fine. But this is what happens. Ready? Because I have a big head. Oh, it's not that dramatic. Wait, okay, you see this? This will be here for at least 45 minutes. 45 minutes, oh my God. Imagine if that was my hairline, I'd be like Teresa Judy J. From House. Well, you should know where she's from. But I hope you guys are doing well. I'm gonna make some lunch and, oh crap, it's actually, I have to film for Have Lunch With Me. So let me see what I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll do my once a week order. Oh yeah, I'm feeling tacos or something. Ooh, let's see what local business we can support. Tune in Fridays. I'll link the video here for the Have Lunch With Me. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Catch you on the next one. Bye.